For 2 years, almost every AI a bank rolled out could do exactly one thing. It could talk, draft an email, summarize a policy, answer a question. Harmless. Then a quiet little standard called MCP arrived, and it handed that same AI a pair of hands. Now it can reach into the systems, pull a live account, run a query, take an action. And the instant an AI can touch your systems instead of just talking about them, every assumption your compliance team made about it breaks. So let me break this down from first principles, because the risk here is simpler and sharper than the hype makes it sound. First principle. An AI model on its own is just text in, text out. It cannot see your files or call your systems unless something connects it to them. MCP, the Model Context Protocol, is simply the standard plug for making that connection. Anthropic open-sourced it at the end of 2024, and the official docs describe it in one line. Think of MCP like a USB-C port for AI applications. One standard socket, so any AI can connect to any tool, instead of hand-building a custom cable for every single system. So what is an MCP server? It is the adapter on the other end of that plug. One side faces your system, a database, a payment file, an internal API. The other side exposes a short menu the AI is allowed to use. That menu usually holds 3 things: tools, which are actions the AI can take; resources, which are data it can read; and prompts, ready-made instructions. The AI never touches the raw system. It only ever picks from the menu the server hands it. Hold on to that word, menu, because the whole risk story lives in who gets to write it. Why would a regulated bank want this at all? Because the alternative is brutal. Without a standard, every connection between an AI and a system is a bespoke, hand-built integration. Hundreds of them, each its own little maintenance and security headache. MCP collapses that into one common interface. Build the server once, and any approved AI can use it. And it caught on fast. Within months, OpenAI, Google, and Microsoft had all adopted the same standard, which is why a bank cannot wave it away as a fad. It is fast becoming the de facto way AI connects to everything. Here is the shift that should make a risk officer sit up. A chatbot that only talks has a tiny blast radius. Worst case, it writes something wrong and a human catches it. But an AI wired to tools does not just suggest, it acts. It can move a file, change a record, kick off a transaction. The mistake is no longer a bad sentence on a screen. It is a real action inside your bank, taken by software, at machine speed, before anyone reads it. Same model, completely different risk class. So follow the risk in order. Risk 1, access. An AI agent connected through a server inherits whatever permissions that connection was handed. Give it a key that can read every customer account, and a single bad instruction can now read every customer account. The fix is an old security principle the regulators already love. Least privilege. Give the agent the narrowest possible access, only the exact data and the exact actions the task needs, and nothing more. NIST has written this down for decades. Treat the agent as the most boring, least trusted user on your network. Risk 2, trust. Remember the menu the server writes? An attacker can poison it. Researchers showed in 2025 that you can hide malicious instructions inside a tool's description, text the user never sees, but the AI reads as gospel. They call it a tool poisoning attack, and it sits at the top of the security community's list as prompt injection. There was even a critical vulnerability, scored 9.6 out of 10, in a popular MCP connector, that let a malicious server run commands on the user's own machine. The lesson for a bank is blunt. An MCP server you did not build and cannot vouch for is untrusted code with a direct line to your AI. Risk 3, evidence. When an agent strings together 5 tool calls to get something done, can you reconstruct exactly what it did, in what order, and why? In a normal app, that is a nice-to-have log. With an autonomous agent, it is the whole ballgame, because a regulator will not accept that your bank cannot explain its own actions. Every tool call has to be logged, attributable, and replayable. If the answer to "what did the AI do" is a shrug, you do not have an AI problem. Now, here is the part people get wrong. They go hunting for the MCP regulation, and there isn't one. No law mentions MCP by name. But Europe's rulebooks are written to be technology neutral, so they bite anyway. That external server your agent calls? Under DORA, live since January 2025, it is an outside tech service, and Articles 28 to 30 pull it straight into your third-party risk management and your contracts. If the AI makes decisions that affect a customer, the EU AI Act Article 14 demands a human can oversee it and step in. And in Germany, MaRisk is blunt. You can outsource the work, never the responsibility. The protocol is new, the obligations are not. So if a bank is going to let an AI agent off the leash, 3 rules are non-negotiable. 1. Least privilege. The agent gets the narrowest access that still does the job. 2. Log everything. Every tool call captured, so you can replay and prove what happened. 3. A human in the loop on anything that moves money or affects a customer. The machine proposes, a person disposes. None of this is exotic. It is the same discipline a bank already applies to any powerful system, pointed at a new kind of user, one that acts in milliseconds and never gets tired. Here is the whole thing in one line. MCP did not change what AI knows, it changed what AI can do. The moment a model can act on your systems, it stops being a clever assistant and becomes a third party operating inside your bank, and you govern it exactly like one. Give it the least access that works, write down everything it does, and keep a human on the controls that matter. Do that, and Agentic AI is an opportunity. Skip it, and you have handed a fast, tireless, over-trusting new hire the keys to the core systems. If, breaking it down like this, made Agentic AI click, follow along, because I take one banking and AI topic and do exactly this, one at a time. I also send the sharper version, the questions to ask before you connect any AI to a real system, free to the Reg AI Brief newsletter, linked below. This is general education, not legal or compliance advice, so check anything specific against your own regulators and your own counsel.